Hey guys, wanted to go ahead and just do something funny here. So basically, there's a picture that was posted 2 years ago. And someone goes, hey, I'm putting together a small toolbox of essentials for the house. What did I miss or what should I leave out? And this got 584 upvotes. A lot of people love the setup, and this is actually really a really good setup because it's very nice and compact, and it does actually cover a lot of things that you would need in the house. So what I wanted to do was to look at this picture, and then I wanted to see if I can make it smaller, more compact, more lighter. So see how he carries a big box like this to carry all this? I wanted to see, can I go lighter and smaller? And we're going to go ahead and do that right now. So this is the image zoomed in, and I'm now going to talk about things you can do and go from there. Now, before I go on further, I want to say 2 disclaimers. Disclaimer number 1 is I am not an electrician, I am not a plumber, I am not a mechanic. So I may remove things out that you may feel are important, but it's just more just like I'm just a regular person, like a regular whatever, right? So that's the first thing I want to say. The second thing is some of the suggestions I'm going to do, they're going to cost a lot more money because they cost more because they're more smaller and compact and more useful. So you may realize like, yeah, you just made that smaller, but now the price is like 3 times more, but that's just the way it is. I just want to okay. So first is the WD-40. If I was going to make a to-go kit, I wouldn't bring this much WD-40. You just need a WD-40 pen, which is going to make a lot smaller. Okay. Rather than these two, which, I would just get a Knipex, which in my opinion replaces these two and is actually better than these two. So I would replace that out. So he has this right here. What I would do is just get the baller version of this, which is the Wera Toolcheck Plus. And the moment you get the Wera Toolcheck Plus, and I would add a toe peak driver, then there are many things I can start to delete out of his kit. You don't need this. You don't need this. You don't need this. You don't need this. That is the power of a Wera Toolcheck Plus. It removes that much out. Bic lighter, yeah, sure, why not? But I'll just remove that out because it'll be the same on both of our setups. Now here, I don't relate to these because I don't know what he does here. So to me, this doesn't relate to what I use. So I'm just going to delete these out because I never really carry this. Yeah, and I'm also going to remove the Dremel out because for me, I've never had a reason to use it, right? And then he has a glue gun and glue, for me, I never really felt the need to have this. If anything, yeah. So I'm just going to remove this. Not so much that you don't need it. It's more so just I don't need it, right? Here, I think this is very bulky. He doesn't need to do this. What you can actually do is get a old credit card and then just wrap tape around. That makes this so much smaller because you don't need all of this in one shot. You can always refill it each time after you use it. So I wouldn't carry this much around. So now we're starting to really shrink things down. Here, I would say you can get better scissors that are more compact. So you can either get the Klein's Electricians or the Olfa 4-inch, which are much better scissors than these, and they're actually half the size of these. So that's going to be smaller and compact. Let's remove that out. Okay, then he's got precision screwdrivers. You can actually get the Hoto, which in my opinion is much more compact, much more sleek, and much better than these. I'd remove that out. Then you've got this. Now, I never understood. Maybe I don't understand something. Or maybe this shows how incompetent I am, but I never understood why people carry these really, really super stupidly bulky box cutters. There are ones you can get that are just as long, that are foldable and thin and lightweight, or you can just use something like the slice. But honestly, I never really understood. So too long didn't read. You can go much smaller on these, right? And then so these are whatever's this is gonna vary from person to person, like a pen. Who cares, right? That doesn't add much. It's whatever's. Okay. Then here, I can't relate to this box here, so that's going to be removed out. And so as you can see, we're really cutting things down here. Now, I never really felt the need to carry 25 feet of measuring tape. So the one I have is thin, 1/10 the size of this, and it goes up to 6 feet, is a Lufkin. And that's been perfectly fine for everything I've ever needed to do. And that saves a lot of volume and weight, right? So now we're cutting it down. Okay, now there's needle nose pliers, but he also has a multi-tool down here. You don't need to do both of these. You can just do one. So what you can actually do is you can actually get something like either a Leatherman Wave or a Power Pint, but basically that gives you needle nose pliers and it's also a multi-tool. So he's doing 2 things here. We can just do it once. So remove this out, that's gone, and remove that out. Now that just leaves you with this. People were joking around, hey, you don't need a hammer. You've got 10 hammers on your picture. It's true, everything can be a hammer. So I'm not going to remove a hammer. I'm not going to add a hammer. And if you look at most to-do-go kits of a lot of people who do this, they don't bring hammers with them because everything is a hammer if you want it to be. You can pick up a rock, it'll be a hammer, right? Okay. All right, so now what I'm going to do is go over a toolkit which is much smaller, which covers pretty much everything I felt was noteworthy in that picture. So better scissors that are much more compact. This is for microbit drivers, much more compact, but it still carries pretty much most of the microbits you need. This is the Wera Tool Check Plus, covers like 5 of his tools on there. This covers lubrication. This is the Wera Rapidator with the Topic driver. So basically it's my screwdriver of choice, which covers a lot of ground. This is a box cutter, the slice box cutter. This is obviously in this case duct tape over a card. This is the Knipex, which in my opinion are better than all those pliers there and replaces many pliers. And this is just the Power Pint, which also is a needle nose plier, very compact. This right here is tape measure, very compact. And that is literally everything. And this does what most of that picture did, but it's much more compact in my opinion.